So before we begin our meeting, we would always like to begin by setting the field as we always do. And so we invite you to come to your comfortable posture, sitting up straight, pulling up by way, relaxing your shoulders down, taking a deep breath, and exhale. Feel your feet on the ground. Pull up your toes and breathe earth energy up through your legs, torso, neck, head, and out through byway. And opening byway, connecting to the energy of the heavens above. Take a deep breath. Bringing in the energy of the heavens above into the head and neck, torso, legs. Merging with the energy of the sky above, the earth beneath. Gently closing your eyes and bring your gaze to the center of the head, Shenji Palace. Notice, observe. Shenji Palace. And repeat the sound Shenji. 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 Notice. Notice that vibration, that frequency. And say Shenji silently. Allowing that frequency to expand through the space of the head. Your head space relaxes and opens, becoming empty. The neck relaxes and opens, becoming empty. Empty space. Shoulders and shoulder blades relax and open, becoming empty. Empty space. The chest area, middle dantian, relaxes. Opens, becoming empty. Your inner eye is observed, lower dantian. Your lower abdomen relax. open. Notice how it becomes empty. Empty space. Bring your attention to the spine and notice every vertebra relax, open, becoming empty. Empty space. Notice your legs. This large space relaxes. Notice how they open, and this entire space becomes empty. Empty space. Notice the energy field around your body. Notice how your body and the energy field expand into empty space. Notice. You begin to lose the awareness of division, separation, losing the sense of time and space. Silence, emptiness, spaciousness. In this present moment, bringing our intention, a quiet intention in your heart. Hearing that intention and responding to that call by being here today. Take a deep breath and hold the breath and the intention. Exhale the breath, the intention into empty space. Feeling strongly that we are one in this field. Feeling an inner smile. The soft awareness that all is well. And all manner of things shall be well. Haola. Opening our eyes. When you're ready to come back, moving your body gently. Coming back to this time, this space. And we welcome all of you. I would like to invite Cynthia to talk a little bit about, just a few words of introduction.
Hi, everyone. I'm Cynthia, and there are actually a few of us organizers here on this call. So we've been working to put together this inaugural retreat for Teacher Way, inaugural retreat in the US and also his inaugural visit to the US. So it'll be a really special time to host him, to meet him actually in the flesh for most of us, and also to practice together. I wanted to invite you, if you aren't still in that beautiful state that Regina guided us into, is to connect with your lower dantian, with your core, breathing there throughout really the rest of this brief session. We're hoping to end around 7:30, depending on your questions. But it's the time together is really what this whole Mingjue business is about. It's practicing Qigong as an individual practice, which is one and the same as a collective practice, the more we deepen into this. And so really just even from, excuse me, from your innermost awareness, just observing each other on the screen. And there's something really magical that happens. It's not magical, actually, it's scientific, that happens when we bring our deepest awareness that is connected to the oneness of everything and everyone. That really transforms our bodies. Healing happens in remarkable ways, and we just awaken to life and its abundance. So this is really, that's the spirit of this retreat. Something even more powerful happens when we gather together in person, all right, that we then bring back into the field when we practice together remotely. So I'm just going to share a 4-minute video to give you a sense of the grounds that we're going to be at. It's in Burlingame, which is very close to San Francisco Airport, and about 30 minutes from San Francisco, the city itself, right?
Welcome to Mercy Center Burlingame, a place to meet in quiet beauty. We are an oasis of peace in the busy San Francisco Bay Area. Close to major freeways, airports, and other transportation, we provide gracious hospitality for groups who come to these 39 acres from all over the world to hold their meetings in a setting unlike most conference centers. Our grounds are spectacular and safe. This historic property, known as the Oaks, was once the private residence of business magnate Frederick Cole and his family in the 1900s. It now holds the Cole Mansion. The campus is also home to the Sisters of Mercy, who established Mercy Center in 1982 as a place of hospitality for groups and spiritual programs. The center is internationally known for its pioneering work in contemplative programs and spiritual direction. Our striking labyrinth and meditation garden attract those who visit for a day or a week. You are welcome to spend time there too. The Mercy Center Labyrinth is featured in many books and films and recognized as one of the most beautiful in the United States. It is a wonderful place to find your own center. When you enter our main building, you are greeted by attentive staff ready to help you with all of your needs for your overnight stay. Our lovely chapel is the site of many prayer services, memorials, and liturgies. It is also available for your group if desired. Our book and gift store has an eclectic and attractive inventory of music, art, and gifts. It is a great resource for your group, and it is open Wednesday through Sunday and by special request for other hours. We also have internet access throughout the house and a dedicated computer area for our guest use with printers. Cell phones are welcome, but texting only indoors to preserve our quiet atmosphere. Our conference rooms range in size to accommodate groups from 4 to 200. You can work with our reservations office to see which room is right for your needs and is available for your meeting date. Coffee, tea, and water service are included in your conference room reservation. We have 3 floors of guest bedrooms to accommodate your group. A snack room with a small fridge is located on each guest room floor. Coffee and tea makers are available for your early risers. Each bedroom is clean, colorful, and homey. Our shared community bathrooms are in pristine condition and provide ample privacy. Reading lights and terry cloth robes make your room extra cozy. We have limited handicap rooms available with advance notice. Your group will gather in our maple dining room, where we serve 3 healthy meals each day with lots of local produce. A private dining room is also available for your group for that special meal or silent dining option. Our patio and solarium beckon as a place to share an outdoor meal. A sheltered nook, it makes a great spot for lunch or dinner. Our guests find themselves delighted by the professionally curated art found throughout the center, or spending time on the beautiful campus walking trails. They also take time to walk the labyrinth, visit our chapel, or our meditation room. Our quiet setting is conveniently located close to San Francisco and major transportation. However you arrive at Mercy Center Burlingame, we know that once you drive in our gates, you will be surrounded by peace and hospitality. We look forward to welcoming you.
All right, so who can't use Little Mercy right now? So yeah, the campus is really beautiful. It's an urban sanctuary, so it's really convenient. You know, if you need to run to the bank, if you need to go to the store for whatever food needs or toiletry needs, and yet it feels really contained within a suburban neighborhood close to the airport. All right, so really want to just open up this time for you if you have any questions. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Regina. I'll tell you.
My question, flights from Albuquerque are really early or quite late. And so I'm tempted to go early, but it puts me in, I'm there like before 9 on the April 29th. And so I'm wondering if I can go to Mercy Center and just be there until the official time that it opens for us.
Oh, that's a really good question. I'm going to refer that to
Let me chime
Tom.
in on that. I'm pretty sure, I'll call Art and make sure, but I don't see a problem for you to just, you may not have a room, but I can talk to Art today, who's the manager, to make sure for early arrivals that you have a place to put your luggage.
Yeah.
And possibly, let me talk to him also if he can provide lunch as well. So for early arrivers, and see if there's an arrangement. And Alma, if there's anybody else that wants to do that, can you email me or Regina, or just let us know, and I'll get a head count for early arrivals. You can also come in the night before and spend the night and have of course you have to spend the extra money. It's $195, but you can come in the day before if you prefer. But I understand, Alma, that you may want to just come in that day. So I'll get back to everybody with an answer about that. I have to talk to Art today anyway about another thing. So
Thanks, Tom. And the idea of coming in the night before might be good too.
yeah, if you want to do that, I think all of you know my email, but it's T Loswick. You can see on my name, my first initial and last name, Loswick at Gmail. If you want to come in the night before, or if you want to get there the day of early, can you just send me an email and then I'll make all those, I'll talk to Art and see what we need to do around that.
Thank you, Tom.
And Tom, it might be useful to put your email on the chat so people can
I'll
see
do
it.
that. Okay. Oh, Cynthia beat me to it.
Yeah, Donna?
Well, I have the opposite question of, because I need to come in about probably 4:30. So I can email Tom on this as well, but I just thought in case it pertains to anybody else, I'll mention it now. So
Yeah,
I just don't want to miss, I don't want to miss dinner.
Yeah, no, that shouldn't be a problem, but I think the main thing is to let us know if you're gonna arrive late, so we can kind of know to expect you and that Art knows to expect you.
Yeah.
So early or late, if you're not gonna do anything other than show up at when things start, let us know so we can just have things accommodated for you and you can have an expectation, someplace to put your luggage, know where to go, have somebody direct you to where dinner is, that sort of thing.
Any other questions? Yes. Julie? Yes, go ahead. Julie? Go ahead and ask your question. Julie, did you have your hand up? Okay.
I have a quick question. This is Angie. I just want to clarify, Tom, you said it's 195 for an extra night. Is that correct?
Yes, that includes the food. Uh-huh.
Thank you.
I have a question about the flow of the day and how each day would be spent.
I think in general, Qigong retreats pretty much have the same pattern. So the first thing we do is we wake up and go directly to practice for about an hour. And then we have breakfast, and then we return to the room for a longish period of Teacher Wei's mixture of theory and practice. Then we break for lunch, and there's a long break at the lunchtime hour of about 3 hours to give people time to go to their rooms or do a little bit of their own private time, and they can organize it whichever way they want. Then we come back for another long stretch of practice, and then we break for dinner. And after dinner, we come back to the practice room for about an hour or so. I think I'm just speaking generally. And this is generally how pretty much all retreats go. That's pretty much how the flow goes. But I think there's going to be enough time for integration so that if you need time to be by yourself or walking in the fields, on the beautiful paths of the retreat center, you can do that. I don't know if Cynthia or Tom wanted to add anything to that.
No, thanks, Regina. I just posted the kind of the daily schedule that's proposed that Regina was talking about in terms of specific times. And some of these will be changed a little bit, like the morning practice, for example, because the Mercy Center, there'll be 2 other smaller groups there on their big facility at the same time. And so their meal times are set. We can't change them. So, but the sessions are going to be, they're largely led by Teacher Wei himself. And there'll be a mixture of practices, sitting meditations, moving practices, and also healings. And we may be doing healings also in groups as well. And then on one day, there's going to be a really special musician who's going to be joining us and really kind of expanding the field. I've experienced him firsthand and still a little bit altered from that 2 weeks ago. And but so it's going to be a really, really lovely time, both intimate and expansive. So there is also those of you who have been with Teacher Wei, even briefly or for a longer period of time, that there's a lot of fluidity and, intuition with which he guides sessions. So, we may be spilling out a little bit over these time frames. And so the rooms are also, your private rooms are very accessible, so you can come and go, as you need to.
Thank you.
I have a question about the registration because I haven't been able to get the form,
Okay.
and also about parking.
So if you heard about the retreat online, you see that there are organizers that you can contact. So you can either contact me, you can contact Irene and Simone. And I don't know, and Beth, of course, Beth, right? Either one.
Yeah, I contacted Beth and it showed up and then it disappeared.
You contacted Beth?
Mm-hmm. And I know it was on my screen and then I haven't been able to pull it back up.
Okay.
I'll find the link and put it in the chat.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And as far as parking, there's ample parking. The Mercy Center does not, if it's an EV, they do not have chargers right now. But there are chargers in Burlingame, a couple of miles away from the center.
Thank you.
Yeah. Alma?
I noticed from the retreats in China that people were all wearing, pretty much everyone was wearing white. Is there anything about that on this retreat?
I think that it was in the middle of the summer and it was very, very hot because Hainan is very hot and humid. Sometimes when people wear white, it helps keep cool.
Yeah.
And I think they just wanted to do that to be playful, but California, Mark Twain, the famous line of Mark Twain, the coldest winter I ever spent was the summer I spent in San Francisco. So in San Francisco, we really encourage you to bring a lot of layers because you get cold, you get warm, you get cold, you get warm. It's humid and so it's cold. It really is cold. So we don't really think we're going to need to wear white or that it will be very hot.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Regina.
You're welcome. And you know, the reason that we're very excited about this retreat especially is that we get to be with one another, you know, for the first time. We've all been with Teacher Way in the United States, at least online, but we've never really been together. And I have to say, the retreats that I have done in person have been very bonding. So the people that I spent a retreat with have become very close friends of mine, and we have met somehow, our paths have met outside of the retreat and have really created some very special bonds. So this is a really special time where you can actually get to see the people that you see on Zoom and practice groups, but also really just deepen your connections. I think it is a very, very special time. So if you're thinking about it, we really encourage you to go ahead and register, remembering that these next two days are the last 2 days of the early bird special. Meaning that you still get a discount if you register for these next 2 days. Okay, I don't know if anybody else has any other questions.
By the way, Julie, you're correct. I had a hard time finding the registration link, so we will make sure it's on the Dow Hearts website.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but I there's some links there in the chat.
Cecile has her hand up.
Cecile. Hi, Cecile.
Hey, y'all. I have 2 questions. Did I hear you say that it's close to the San Francisco airport?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and transportation is pretty easy between the airport and Burlingame?
Yeah,
Or do you know anything about
it's like a 5-minute Uber.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Thank you.
No, Regina, I just wanted to add that because this is our first retreat as a community, I think for me, the excitement is the connection and the additional support we're going to get by getting to know each other better. That I'm excited it's great to spend time online, and I love everybody here and our connection, and I can only imagine what it's going to be like to be able to have dinners together, to spend time together and create friendships that give us the support outside of class. Because when we're doing this kind of work, it's kind of esoteric. There's not too many friends that I have that do this work. And so meeting more people that are doing this kind of thing where we can really share what's going on, for me, is super meaningful for my heart and supportive for my life. Which is why I'm excited that this community is having its first get together. And then for me, the deeper relationship with Teacher Wei is also going to be really important, to get to know him as a person a little bit and to be in his field more directly. So a lot of great connection and support is why I've been so excited about this retreat and so wanting it to happen. So I'm hoping for those of you that really feel called, and as we were talking and getting ready for this meeting, we said, it's really not a choice. It's really just feeling, do you feel called to do this? And so just searching into that place in yourself. There's no right answer here. So we just would love to see those that are ready, and that, and if they have any other questions, my email's here, Regina's is here, and so most of you know Cynthia as well. So.
Yeah, thank you, Tom, for that. And for those of you who are newer, the Mingjue, the pure consciousness practice, this whole curriculum and community, really, it was born out of COVID. So there hasn't been a lot of in-person time, especially for the US. So this will be a really, really sweet time together.
Thanks to everybody who is organizing this. I know it's a lot of work, and I just feel so much appreciation in my heart. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cecile.
Thank you,
You know,
Cecile.
it's the wabi-sabi way. Um, it's been very, yeah, it's been very sweet to work together. Donna?
So this is not really a question, but I just wanted people to be aware and to put it in the field that I have, with a lot of encouragement, my husband, who is just turned 90, is agreed to come to the retreat, and not without some trepidation on his part. So I'm just trusting that the field is going to be so wonderful for him. And yeah, but I just want to put it in the field. His name is Daryl, and really everybody who meets him absolutely adores him. He's very sweet. So I just want to put that in the field. And I've had a lot of help from organizers to make this happen in a comfortable way. So thank you.
Thank you, Donna. So excited that you're going to be there and that Daryl decided to come. I think it's wonderful, and the field will be terrific. We'll hold him in the field between now and then.
Thank you. We went to the doctor yesterday and just for the regular checkup, and he'd had a shoulder problem. He said, yeah, and his arm kind of hurt. He said from his wife twisting it. But I just think it's going to be an amazing experience. So again, thank you.
Thank you, Donna. And we have Rebecca.
Thank you. Oh, that's beautiful, Donna. Really happy for Daryl, and I'm happy for you, and I'm happy for all of us to get to meet this wonderful man. So that's lovely. I just wanted to pick up on something Tom had said, that yes, meeting everyone and getting to actually practice in person with Teacher Wei and his incredible chi field. And we've already developed such a beautiful connection online with Teacher Wei, but meeting him in person after I have studied with him, and afterwards, you just knowing intimately that energy and just who he is, it just makes it all the better every time you're online with him afterwards and working and studying with him, because there's a new intimacy and a new feeling for just his energy. And he's just such a wonderful, wonderful teacher. Lots of fun to be with, and generous, and just he's extraordinary. So I'm very excited to be there again with him. So anyway, yeah, thanks, Tom, for that reminder. Okay.
Thank you, Rebecca. And Vivi?
Well, I just wanted to kind of back up what Rebecca and Tom said. I remember when I first went to my first retreat with Ming Tong, I was so excited about being with a teacher, and it didn't occur to me that the other people were going to become such an important part of my life. But that's actually what happened. I can say that some of my very best friends are people I met at those retreats and formed such close relationships with, because we're kind of going to the depths and beyond and the source together. I mean, what an incredible, miraculous thing to be doing together. And I also want to give a plug for the Mercy Center, because I've been there for retreats with Rupert Spira, I think about 25 times over the years. So I really know that place, and it's extraordinary. I mean, here you are in the middle of Burlingame, and you've got all this land around you and these gorgeous, huge trees and lawns. And it's just spectacular. And you can go on this little walk, and it takes you down to a little stream, and it's gurgling along, and there's the trees above. It's just an extraordinary place. And I don't know what the food's like now, but it was served buffet style, and I'm sure they're still doing that. But it was really good, and there was choice. So you could always find something to eat. So, and then you've got a private room, you know, and there's fridges and there's kitchens on every floor. So if you do need to bring stuff, you can bring it. And if you have meds or supplements, you can keep them in the fridge. It's, you know, it's really got everything you could possibly want and teach away.
Thank you, Vivi. That really gives it a more specific feel, because it's beautiful to be in a retreat, but if it's a beautiful place with these beautiful trees and these paths to walk on in the, you know, it makes it more special.
And it's been used as a convent so for so many years. So you've got this incredible energy. Oh my gosh, you've got to go into the chapel. I am not particularly crazy about established religions, and I've avoided churches except for weddings. But I have to tell you, when I discovered that chapel, I just snuck in there every morning to spend a little time, because it's the nuns there must have been just extraordinary. It is so peaceful.
Wow. So just imagine linking our field to that field that has already been created. It's very powerful, you know, Teacher Wei. I'm so happy that he's coming to the United States and that we can expand our field here and also do some important work for the world as we are there here in the United States. So thank you, Vivi. Hola. Does anybody else have any other questions?
Rebecca has her hand up.
Oh, Rebecca? No? Okay. So the registration is open until for all of March. If you haven't registered, you can register now, which is a good idea because we still have the early bird registration 2 more days. If you find that you need to register later, we're still open for registration during all of March, and you can contact any one of the organizers and they will help you with your registration. I don't know if anybody else has any other questions. Yes.
I have a question that's really not about the retreat. So if I could ask you after we finish.
Surely, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Donna?
So this is not a question, but it's to thank all of you organizers for the tremendous amount of work gone behind the scenes to make this happen. I know it hasn't been easy. And yet, as I understand from talking particularly to Regina, that the pieces have fallen together in amazing ways. Even the ability to get the retreat center, I guess Cynthia worked on that. So there's a lot of energy that's gone behind it in the field and in the actual workings. So thank you so much for making it happen.
Thank you, Donna. Yes, and we want to thank very especially Tom and Cynthia for making it possible to get the center, and Irene, Simone, and Beth, who are organizing. And I think the person that we need to thank especially also is our dear Ellie, who stepped up to be the person handling the finances, which is very important work. And so as you see, the registration process involves that you send your payment to Ellie, and she is the magician with the money and giving it all. For now, all of it is going to the Mercy Center. So thank you so much, Ellie, for stepping up to the plate. Haola.
And I just want to say we found the place thanks to Vivi's inspiration. So, because yeah, this all happened quite, we had a very short time frame for it to manifest. And it was Vivi's inspiring enthusiasm that landed us in Mercy Center. So thank you.
Thank you, Vivi. Haola. And I would like for us to keep also the intention, you know, that Teacher Way, one of the issues was that Teacher Way wanted to come, but actually didn't have a visa. And we were able to provide a visa for him for 10 years. And so this is the first retreat, but in my mind, he will be coming again and again for the next 10 years, hopefully every single year. I don't know if that will be possible, but definitely that's my intention in order to really cement his presence in the United States, because as you know, before COVID, Teacher Way was not very well known in America. And now we have a very beautiful family that has gathered around him. And my intention, and I think all of our intentions, is to really cement and expand his presence here, allowing him to provide that beautiful, consoling, loving, compassionate heart, so that in America, our hearts can be together as one, bringing our practice not only for benefiting ourselves, but to benefit our country and our world, our universe. So let's hold that as our intention. And I know Cynthia mentioned that there's a great musician coming, but I think many of us are musicians, and maybe we can, you know, help the field to become light and airy, bringing some singing and some beautiful happiness before the retreat at some time. So I don't know if there's any other questions. But if you're ready to register, just send a line to your organizer. Oh, yeah, Rebecca.
This time it was an intentional hand.
Okay.
I just wanted to say that, I mean, particularly for me, I am so looking forward to entering into this oasis of peace and love and expansion and service, and just inhabiting that with all these new friends in this very, very beautiful place where there's so much spirit has inhabited this space for so many years. It's so rich, but just with sort of the static and things that are going around, I am just so excited to be able to go into that kind of fortifying and expanding of the heart, because there's a lot going on in the world right now, and it's just like I couldn't get there fast enough right now. So I'm just wanted to thank the organizers again for everybody who made this happen. Haola. Thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca. And things happen for a reason in the time that they do. And so it is not, I don't think, a coincidence that Teacher Way is coming precisely at this moment. So let's see. There's always anticipation, there's always expectation, but there is always surprise. And we don't know what will happen, but it will be amazing. All right, so Cynthia, do you want to close the meeting? If there's no more questions?
Sure, I'm happy to close. Just doing a quick check. Where's your breathing? Where's your awareness? Is it out or is it in? So Mingzhi is really about the subjective, bringing us back into the subjective, back into the subject, the master of our lives. And so with that, I just invite you, you can keep your eyes open, you can close them. It's often easier to come in internal when we close them, so we're not sort of attached to everything that we see and hear and feel around us, but just closing your eyes, reconnecting with lower dantian in the center of your abdomen, and just experiencing yourself breathing, your inner observer, your awareness breathing, and just receiving all the good information that was shared today. Just allowing it to naturally merge and transform and harmonize you. Just trusting that whatever emerges from this information and this field will express itself in the ripe time, whether it's now or a future retreat. And just bringing this really good information with you through the rest of your day. And just as you open out your eyes, I just invite you to place your palms over the navel, over Duchi. Just allowing the information, the love, the energy to stabilize in your core. Hala. Thank you, everyone.
Hala. Thank you for coming. And we'll see you in the practice rooms and in the field. Hala. And I'll stay on for Phyllis, who had a question.
Oh, thank you. My question is about the Yilong.